Here I am with my 97 Dodge Ram 2500, and we have the inner axle seals leaking badly. So I've taken everything off that you see so far, and I've numbered each of these because they have to go back in the same exact spot. And I need to take both sides off, and that's the next thing I'll do. Brake is removed. Set it on that forestay. You don't have to remove this castle nut. What you do is you come inside here and you remove these guys. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, and 2 more on the other side. But when you take them out, you take them out about a 1/4 inch out, and then you tap these with a hammer, and then it pushes the axle out, and then you can take it all out in one piece. You don't have to do this inner wheel bearing. That's a sealed wheel bearing. Those have already been replaced on this vehicle. Remove the nuts, or the bolts, and the carrier sleeves, and they're sitting inside of here, and they're all labeled. So both half shafts are out. The one on the right is the passenger side. The one on the left is the driver's side. Different size splines, which now there's a cover we need to take off where that slides into, and I will show you that right now. So inside, this is the passenger side. And what we need to take out now is this guy right here. It's a shifter controller thing, and there's 4 bolts on that, and it will leak drip oil at the bottom, so put a pan down. Okay, the back cover is off. This piece here actually just kind of comes out. Catcher there, and then the seal on the right side, passenger side, is sitting right there, and that's the one that needs to come out. And then the one on the driver's side, I'll show you that one in a second. So to get that out, you should just pull out now and put a strap around it. Make sure obviously nothing hits the ground. Don't want to bend the teeth, but if you put like a tie down strap around it or something, and then just kind of work it loose and work it out, then that should handle that. Make sure you catch it so it doesn't hit the ground. Okay, that's out, and the seal is right here, assuming that that's getting lit up and focused and can actually be seen. First time I've done this, so something that I learned very quickly. Before you can take out the spline, pumpkin, whatever it's called, the shaft that comes out of this side is obviously in the middle of this, so you have to push that through, and then it's sitting, if I get lucky, it'll be sitting in there and push through there. So without doing that, there's no way that which is going to come out. Alright, so here's my seals. Obviously time to tap them in. They make seal drivers that are really awesome. They're about 85 bucks aftermarket. I don't have those, so I'm going to improvise and go a different direction. But I am going to install the larger seal first, which is the red one, and that goes on the passenger side. So how will I tap that in? Well, I bought a hole saw, 2 1/8 inches, and I ground off the teeth with my industrial flat sander, and it fits in there nice. So I'll use that to tap it in. When I move into the other side, it fits in nice and snug. And this, the green one, goes into the driver's side. And that one, of course, I can tap in without having any sort of an extension on it. I took this back to Napa because it looks so much different than this one. The measurement out here is the same. The inside was so drastically different, and then the look of it was different that it caused me to just want to double check because I don't want to do this job twice. But OEM parts matched up, everything matched up. That is the right part number from Napa, which happens to be 13165, and the red one is 16415. Red is right, green is left. Now time to put them in. So both seals are in. To get the passenger side seal in, which is the one far left of the screen, this is what I came up with. I just had this heavy-duty steel tube, centered it on this hole saw that I ground flat and got rid of the teeth off of it, and then put a socket around it, and then I had my son slightly tap on it and just keep tapping on it, and with a little more force while I held this in the center, stopping and making sure that the seal was going in straight inside the axle. And it went in actually pretty easy. So I've got the right side in already, and now I'm using that same hole saw to hammer in this side over here, and it's going in very nice and even. So now it's time for reassembly, and the center shaft that goes right in between the pumpkin and that shifter area right there, I'm going to put in first. And the reason why I'm going to put that in first is because this is the seal that's on the passenger side, and this piece, that seal, it goes over it. The new seal is probably a little snugger, but it slides right over that. So I can slide, obviously, this side in first from the absolute outside, and then this will go through and it's not going to damage this. And then I can put all the other pieces back, which will be that little guy goes in, and make sure you get the right orientation because one side's different than the other side, and I'll highlight that in a second. Okay, so you can see the direction, the shape of that piece that goes in. Okay, the camphor goes to the passenger side. I'm looking at this obviously from the hole, looking towards the front of the vehicle. And to get this this metal shaft in here, if you pull down on the shaft here, it raises it on the other side, obviously, and then it aligns so that you can get it into the pumpkin. That will save you a little bit of time if you hadn't figured that out.